Hello. Today's topic is the optimum spray speed. Already in 2011, the US Mississippi State University looked into this topic and did an experiment where they measured spray coverage at different speeds. Here you see the first basic picture, rate 94 liters per hectare, speed 8 kilometers per hour. Selected classic slotted nozzle, 02, pressure 1.4 bar, average droplet size 311 micrometers and 832 droplets. Another option was to keep the 94 liters per hectare rate but double the 16 kilometer per hour speed. To achieve this, the nozzle had to be enlarged, i.e. 04, pressure 1.4 bar. Size 329 micrometers, but interestingly, only 533 droplets. In the first variant, there were over 800, but in the second variant, only 533. The third option, the speed was further increased to 24 kilometers per hour at the same rate of 94 liters per hectare. Here nozzle 05 was used. Here we see the number of droplets is now only 456. Looking at the picture, the coverage is much worse than in the first picture, where the speed was 8 kilometers per hour. In order to improve the overall coverage, they decided on another option, i.e. to increase the dose in liters per hectare by 50%. Here we see 141 liters per hectare at 24 kilometers per hour. Here nozzle number 08 had to be used. The pressure was 1.9 bar and there were 373 droplets. And the last variant they tried was double the original rate, i.e. 188 liters per hectare at 24 kilometers per hour. Where nozzle number 10 had to be used, pressure 2.1 bar, average droplet size 385 micrometers, 480 droplets. It can be seen that if you just increase the speed and don't increase the water rate, the coverage deteriorates substantially. Another important thing to remember is that at speeds above 20 kilometers per hour, a vacuum is created behind the sprayer. Air is not a vacuum, air is a mass. And in fact, air is pushed in front of the sprayer. And a vacuum is created behind the sprayer. The droplets from the side also collide with the air behind the sprayer. And actually the dose increases here. Next to the sprayer, the dose decreases slightly. This results in a deterioration of the coverage. When we apply with a single slot nozzle, as we can see in the picture, the front side is always treated and the back side not treated. When we go slower, we get deeper into the crop. When we go faster, the direction of the droplets is almost horizontal, and the spray stays on the top of the plant, but only one part of the plant is always treated. Many years ago, twin slot nozzles were developed, and have certainly been used successfully for over a decade. And thanks to these twin slot nozzles, we have the highest quality application possible today. The first slot, which sprays forwards, treats the plant from the front side. And the second slot, which sprays backwards, treats the plant from the back side. It doesn't just affect the plants, it affects the clumps. So there are no untreated shadows anywhere in the field. With these twin slot nozzles, we have a practically perfect application. But what's important to note is that twin slit nozzles have a speed limit. The optimum is somewhere between 8 and 12 kilometers per hour, but the maximum is 15 kilometers per hour. If we're spraying more than 15 kilometers per hour, the back fan is also spraying forward. The speed of the sprayer going forward is simply higher than the speed of the droplets spraying backwards. Finally, a comparison of average spray rates and yields in different regions of the world. In Germany, spray speeds of 7 to 11 kilometers per hour are used. while in Western Germany they are 7.8 kilometers per hour. Eastern Germany 10, 11, and the average wheat yield last year was 7.5 tons per hectare. In the Czech Republic, spraying speeds fluctuate, somewhere between 11 and 15 kilometers per hour. Of course, there are also extreme deviations. The average wheat yield was 6 tons per hectare. In the USA, on the other hand, the average spray speed is 18 to 25 kilometers per hour. But the wheat yield is only 3.5 tons per hectare, and in Australia the highest average spray speed is 25 to 30 kilometers per hour, and the wheat yield is 2 tons per hectare. You certainly cannot compare the way of farming in Germany with, for example, Australia. We work on an intensive basis, quality treatments, quality fertilization, agrotechnics, and we try to get the highest yields. In contrast, Australia, USA, it's more a question of maximum daily machine outputs to get everything done on time. I believe the quality does prevail here, and that a maximum speed of up to 15 kilometers per hour with maximum quality with twin nozzles is the best way to go.